So what I want to do is I want to outfit your kit with our stealth system.
Okay.
So on the hi-hat side, I want to use our vertical mounting system, which is going to combine your snare and rack tom and crash cymbal all into one unit.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have a tripod and then, a multi-clamp holding your rack tom, which, it works great in certain scenarios, but like you said, when you start adding other things here, it starts getting in the way of things.
Right.
Plus the snare stand is going to be locked to the front leg. So now you're going to have one complete unit that it's going to be the exact same way every single time. Now, what kind of car do you drive?
An SUV.
SUV? Okay, so even better. So you don't even have to take this thing apart. So you can just basically pull the drums off and slide it into your SUV right next to your drums. So then it cuts down on the time setup even more when you come back and bring it into the club. So you don't have to worry about even twisting wing nuts on that. It's already together.
Great.
So then on the floor tom side, what I was thinking of doing was with our stealth side V-rack. So you've got 3 tripods on the ground here, which, like you said, takes up a pretty good amount of space. What this is going to do, it's a 33-inch side rack. That's our short V-bar, and it's about 18.5 inches tall. So already you're going to completely remove all the clutter down here. And then it'll give you a lot more ability to be able to add more sounds onto your drum kit as the band you're playing requires it.
Right.
And you won't have to add another 15-pound stand onto it.
Great.
So what do you think?
I'm blown away, actually. This is great.
A little different than you first originally thought, huh?
It's very different than I thought. It's a very pleasant surprise. I mean, I was able to put everything where I need it to be, and it's very uncluttered, and it feels so clean back here, and I just can't believe the ease we did it with.
So when we were putting it together, you kind of like had a moment, like, wow, I can actually get the cymbal where I want it.
Yeah, I never realized how drastically easier this is with this. And these cymbal tilters are amazing. I mean, they're great. I was able to position that super quick, lock it in, and it's not going to move on me. I'm just blown away with this. It just feels so comfortable. Now I added a second drum here, which I hadn't had, and I just can't believe how good it feels to play that drum now, because I could never get it where I wanted it before.
Right.
And now I can. This distance now it's been fixed for me. Before the tom, whenever you had a tom holder on the bass drum, the tom was too far to the right, really hard to get with your left hand.
Right.
And now it's just there at the end of my stick. And it feels really good. And my ride cymbal used to be a lot lower, but just moving it up, and this is still a nice stick angle. I can hit it with a nice angle with my stick. And the cymbal is over a little bit, but that's still fine. And I've now got this in a position where I can actually access it easier, and not to push the cymbal stand away to get this, or pull it in and have the cymbal compromised where I don't want it.
Right.
So everything's independent, but it's still all integrated. It's amazing.
So let me give you kind of a rundown of what I did. So we changed out the other percussion table that you had, the little accessory tray, and we added the SC-SAT, which is our short accessory tray. It's a 12-inch by 12-inch. So now you have the ability to mess with your faders and volume knobs without interfering with the hi-hat.
Yep.
And we clamped it just to your hi-hat stand.
Yep.
Then we used the vertical mounting system to connect your snare, your rack tom, and your crash cymbal all into one unit. So as you could see, you could, if you just basically took the drums off, you could just lay it in the back of your car.
Yeah.
Or you could put it in a bag. We got a bag for you too.
Cool.
Just so you know. So the your splash. Now you don't have all that clutter going on right here with a rack tom and another splash mount right here. So I just took a little cymbal arm accessory and I mounted it directly to the excess part of the L rod that your 10-inch tom is mounted to.
That's great.
This is the SC-CMBRA. You're going to be tested on this, all these model numbers at the end of this. So moving over to the floor tom side, we used the Stealth Side V-Rack as the base of everything. Then I added the single platform mount for your 12-inch tom, and there we were able to add your ride cymbal directly to the back clamp of that thing. So moving over to the crash, we were able to use a mini boom, but we needed to get a little bit of extra height because you're a tall player. You like to have your cymbals, you know, comfortable arms reach. Blah. And so we need to get a little extra height, so we used our accessory shaft extender. Don't laugh. I laugh every time I say that word. It's the SC-78 ASC, so it accepts a 7/8 diameter cymbal arm. So it basically gives your rigs about 18 inches of lift so that you can play really low profile stealth setups, but still get your cymbals up as high as you need.
Yeah.
And then we've got your china mounted right out of the back leg, and you boomed it away a little bit so it wasn't so close, but you know, if you were sharing your kit one night, it'd be easy for someone to just rotate in,
sure,
you know, and make it a little closer if they need. They had really short, stubby arms. And then what's really cool, we took your Alesis pad and mounted it to the rack. I used the extender arm with a grabber clamp, but this has a telescoping portion of it, so you can extend, you know, the length of, you know, the grabber arm for about, I think probably like 10 or 11 inches.
Yeah.
So, and this is the SC-EA200. So now everything, as you said, is independent of each other, and you can adjust them independently versus adjusting one thing and affecting everything else.
Yeah. It's great. I love it.
Awesome. I said that so fast, I feel like I gotta take a breath as like the Micro Machines guy.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It feels great back here.
So, do you want to play a little bit for a second?
Sure.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a new convert to the rack game. You've never played racks before, and finally, after however many years of playing, he's got his first one.
Everything feels really super solid as you're playing these things. Nothing's bouncing around. It feels great under the sticks. So this is great. Love it.
Awesome. Glad you dig it, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Well, dude.
Whole new world back here. Thanks so much.
Dude, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah.
It was awesome making over your kit, man.
It was fun.
How many more kits do you have that I can make over?
About 10.
About 10?
About 10 more kits.
Awesome, awesome. We'll start tomorrow.
Get on the phone.